Howdy there, grade 5. This is Mr. B, and today we're going to be learning something extra. So, you guys are all the ones who have been finished advanced or all their stuff, I hope, and you have no more catching up to do. If you have any more catching up to do, I'd advise that you spend some time doing that. Okay, so what are we going to learn today? Well, great that you asked. Today we're going to be learning about multiplying fractions, which is a lot of fun, and I'll show you how to do it. Well, first, let's just consider what our question will be. Our question will be 16.82 times 0.5. And we could put a 0 here, but we don't need to. It doesn't tell us anything. Zeros at the very far end past the decimal don't tell you anything. It's just blank. Keeping it blank is fine. Saves you some time. Okay, so 0.5 times it. So the first thing you want to do, step 1, as with all things, line your numbers up. That's good first step. The second step is we're just basically going to ignore the fact that these are decimals. Okay, we're just going to times this as if it was 5 times 1600 1682. You can just kind of ignore the decimals for now. Okay, and this 0 here as well, right over here, is basically just a placeholder as well. It doesn't tell us much, but we just keep it there for fun. Okay, so what is first 5 times 2? Well, 5 times 2 is equal to 10. So we put our 0 down here, and we put a 1 up here, right? We've done this before. And then you go 5 times 8. What is 5 times 8? Well, it's 40. Now, in this case, we would put the 0 here and a 4 there, but we have this 1, so we actually put a 1 here. Remember that. The 1 comes down, and the 4 goes over here. Now, what's 5 times 30? Or 5 times 6, rather. It's 30, right? And with the extra 4, it's 34. So we put a 4 down here. And then we bring over the 3 over here. 5 times 1, what's that? It's 5 plus 3. You're going to get 84. Or 8, right? So now, step 3, step numero 3, numero tres, we are going to do something that is doesn't seem very complicated, but it works. Basically, to find out where our decimal goes, all we have to do is we count the number of numbers behind the decimal in our starting number. So we have 1, 2, 3. And basically all you do is you see 1 number, 2 numbers, 3 numbers, and you put the decimal right here. And that gives you your answer. Your answer is, 8.410. And then the final thing to do, right, is that you can just cross this number off because you don't need that. And so, yeah, your answer finally is 8.41. And now you have to just think. Just always make sure you're checking your work to see if it sounds reasonable, right? So, if you have 16.82 and you're timesing it by half, you're kind of trying to find or 0.5, you're trying to find basically a half of this, right? Because 0.5 is equal to 5/10, which is basically 1/2, right? So you're trying to find a half group of 16. And so is 8 half of 16? Yes, so you have 8, and then 82, what's half of 8? 4, half of 2, 1, and so this looks very reasonable. It looks like we've done it right. Okay, I'm going to do one more example just for the fun of it. So let's do 71.38, and we're going to times it by, let's say, 0.4 this time. Okay, so 4 times, so let's see how we line our numbers up. We do 4 times 8. And we know that that is going to be 32, right? So you go 2 here. You bring your 3 up here. You times 4 times 3 is what? It is going to be 12. And then we add the 3, so it's 15. And then you go over here and you bring that 1 over here. 4 times 1 is going to be 5, right? Oh, and actually, sorry, this is something you don't put the decimal down until the end. 4 times 1 is 4, and then you add the other 1, so you get 5. 4 times 7 is right, it's going to be 28, right? So you're going to get 28, and then all you have to do again is you check here. 0, so 1, 2, 3 numbers behind the decimal, and so you're going to put 3 numbers behind the decimal. Now you're going to try and see, is this, we wouldn't be looking for, 0.4 is close to 1/2, right? So we'd be thinking our number is going to be a little bit less than 1/2. So if we chopped 7 in half, what would we? We'd get 35, right? We get 35, and this is 71, so I don't know, we'd think that it'd be something above that, maybe 35.5, right? And then we have a few more decimals back there, but we'd be kind of expecting something. Now this is a bit smaller, so our number's not too far off, and so it looks correct. And you can just always, if you need to, check your work. Well, I know at this point you're not really supposed to do that, but sometimes it's not that bad to just quickly see that you got it right on a calculator if if you need to. But this method should work for you. Anyways, so I'm going to send you a bit of work to work on at home, and yeah, from there you should be able to kind of figure out how to do multiplying decimals, which is a really great skill to have. Okay, see ya. Bye.